Freaks, it's Monday, July 17th, 2023. Coming up on the program today, my phone is under attack by the devil. Plus, big dick meet big drug problem. The best in You Might Be a Pedophile jokes. And what has 12 fingers, a penis, and a vagina? Find out today.
With our servicemen and women facing death every day, what kind of congressman would try to gut military spending? The wrong kind. Ron Kind. That's right. Congressman Ron Kind is repeatedly voted to deprive our troops of the funding they need to fight for us. But Ron Kind has no trouble spending your money. He would just rather spend it on sex. That's right. Instead of spending money on cancer research, Ron Kind voted to spend your money to study the sex lives of Vietnamese prostitutes. Instead of spending money to study heart disease, Ron Kind spent your money to study the masturbation habits of old men. Ron Kind spent your tax dollars to study something called the bisexual, transgendered, and two-spirited Aleutian Eskimos, whoever they are. Ron Kind even spent your tax dollars to pay teenage girls to watch pornographic movies with probes connected to their genitalia. Ron Kind pays for sex, but not for soldiers. If Ron Kind had better priorities, you wouldn't be having to hear this. Ron Kind is out of touch, and soon he'll be out of Congress.
I'm Paul R. Nelson, and I approve of this message.
It's the Distorted View Show with Tim Henson.
Well, I really like shortbread.
Is Miss Vagina thinking about Mr. Penis?
If you gonna suck a dick, then you suck a dick.
This is the biggest watermelon I think I ever seen.
Welcome to 1-800-ASSHOLE.
Vietnamese prostitutes, the masturbation habits of old men, sticking electrodes on little girls' clits. My kind of congressman. He's the right kind of leader. Hey, freaks, Tim back here with you to kick off a new week of programs. You just heard a classic political ad. I think this thing aired back in, 2006 or 2007. Paul R. Nelson was trying to unseat Ron Kind, who had already been in Congress for a while. I think he started his tenure back in 1997. It was a good effort, right? Get people thinking Ron Kind is some sort of sex maniac blowing millions of federal dollars studying bisexual, tranny Native Americans. That'll spook the American people. And I'll say that money was supposed to go to the military. And now our servicemen don't have enough ammo or tanks. I mean, this was at the height of the war in Afghanistan, and our poor boys didn't even have Humvees. They had to pedal across those shithole countries in little girls' 10-speed bicycles. That's all the Army could afford to buy. They didn't even have armor on them, just little wicker baskets. I mean, I guess you could put a few grenades in there, but that's not much, and it's not very secure. Why? Why, Ron Kind? Why would you put the men and women bravely serving our country in danger's way with inadequate equipment, just so you can monitor those little girls getting their clitties zapped? You a sick fuck, Ron Kind. Well, unfortunately for Paul R. Nelson, that attack ad wasn't successful. Nowadays, I think it might be. You really play up the Native American trans study thing and the little girl's clits. You called Ron Kind a groomer. Boom, next thing you know, Paul R. Nelson is being sworn into Congress. Now, the reason why I bring any of this up is because I just found out that Ron Kind left Congress this year. Yeah, in January 2023, Ron Kind wrapped up his time in office. It's not like he was even voted out. He just decided enough was enough. Time to retire. I honestly have no idea who Ron Kind is or who Paul R. Nelson is. I don't know which one's a Democrat, which one's a Republican. I really do think, though, that Paul R. Nelson was ahead of his time with the insane political ads. I don't know if he's still around, how old Paul R. Nelson is, but he should really consider another congressional run. I think his time is now. Hey, speaking of politics, our very own Meade Skelton is back with a new YouTube channel. It is a political talk show he is calling The Meade Report. And I wish I could say I was excited about this, but to me, it's a little dry, a little boring. It's a lot of just, Meade's greatest hits. They're tearing down our Confederate statues. Oh, no. Yeah. A lot of ranting about the commie left and wokeness.
So you see, folks, we are living in a degenerate society, a culture war of sorts. But are we winning the culture war? Is the right winning? I say we are not doing very well. It is not looking very good for America or anywhere else. We are winning small victories. We are fighting woke companies, woke, which is really commie companies, commie capitalism. But I'm really concerned that people are getting so complacent over this.
This is neither here nor there, but I have to point this out. Meade is filming this in front of a green screen, and he has replaced the background with some sort of cityscape. You know, like a bunch of buildings, which is typical for these talk shows. You see people talking and there's like a city in the background. What I find funny is that Meade's involves a large body of water and a bridge is prominently featured in the background. And you know how Meade feels about bridges. He's afraid of them. Won't cross them. He's afraid the bridge is going to give out and he's going to fall into the water and die and drown. He will literally cancel hotel bookings if he finds out that there is a bridge that he's going to have to cross to get to said hotel. He's forfeited gigs because he'd have to cross a bridge.
And now, hopefully someday, when Jesus comes back with his AK-47, he's going to take care of some of these people, but...
All right, there's Meade advocating that people get shot down. Yeah, I hope some of these commies get shot in the back of the head. Yeah, let's hope that happens to all liberals, and especially members of the LGBTQ community. Who's ever packing, just gun them down. I mean, Meade, you can't say that. This is episode 1 on your new channel. I mean, I guess he didn't actually use the word shoot. He's like, Jesus with his gun will take care of these people. I mean, we all know what that means, right? I'm not even going to bother to link to Meade's new channel because I don't think it's going to be around that long.
That doesn't look like it's getting better anytime soon. No. And you know where I place all the blame? Mostly on these television programs that we grew up with years ago and social media run by the liberal elites. And they put in all kinds of subliminal messages. Folks, I can't turn on an ad today without seeing a multiracial couple.
Look at Meade over here clutching his pearls. Here's my suggestion for Meade. Just throw out your television. Get one of those old black and whites. Turn the contrast way down and the brightness way up. Everyone will just look white. Basically, you just want to wash out any darker gradient. Yeah, color TV is not Meade's friend. Oh, there's too many shades of flesh. It really upsets me. It's like, Meade is stuck in the 1950s.
I don't see any white people anywhere.
Oh, that is such bullshit. That argument is stupid, and you're dealing with a racist when they say something like that. All I see on TV are coloreds. Because that's what you're looking for. That's what you're fucking obsessed with. You're blocking out the 75% of people on television who are white on whatever TV fucking show you're watching or commercial, You're obsessed with race. Half the time, I can't even tell if people are white anymore. It's not even worth guessing because people tan so heavily and they slather on this makeup and goo that changes their complexion. I don't even know what white skin is supposed to look like. I know it doesn't look like me. I don't see anyone on TV with my skin, except for maybe like on those St. Jude commercials with the sick kids. Some of them have my same tint. How would I describe my complexion? Cancer chemo white. That would be my Crayola crayon. Not a particularly appealing look. Oh, and I have tried so many times to get some color going on this body of mine. It never works out. Back in the 2000s, I started tanning. I tried this multiple times, going to these tanning beds. You're supposed to start, going for 5 or 10 minutes or something. That's it. I couldn't even handle that. I'd be up all night, burnt, itching, and I'd go back to the tanning place, and I'd be like, I can't do this. She's like, well, we'll start you off at 3 minutes. See how you do then. That didn't work out. I ended up going for 60 seconds. I was in there for less time than it would take to pop a bag of microwave popcorn. That's like a minute and a half, and I was still just completely wrecked. Then someone suggested I take tanning pills, and if that sounds like a bad idea, you're right. First of all, the efficacy was at best questionable. Even before buying it, I was like reading reviews online with people saying stuff like, it turned my skin orange. This is not a natural looking tan. Turned my nails brown. I can no longer taste sweet things. Not a lot of positive reviews. Still, though, I'm like, sounds like something. It does something to you. It is changing their skin color. I know it's orange, but maybe I'll just, I'll take half a pill, or I'll stop taking them once I notice my skin starting to change. I just want a little color. I can't remember why I stopped taking it. I think I was on Paxil at the time, and I noticed I was having trouble getting boners, and I was like, I don't know what's causing this, the Paxil or my orange complexion pills. So I stopped taking everything. And that untreated mental illness is what led to the birth of this very podcast. Ting. Well, there you go. Very exciting. Mead is back to producing vlogs of sorts. The Mead Report seems to be just Mead responding to news stories, but it's the same news stories over and over. We did get a great sound clip thanks to this episode.
The renaming of a woman's personal area as a bonus hole.
I prefer to call it a tampon tunnel, but to each their own. Bearded oyster, mommy's glove box, stench trench. What's one more name? Bonus hole. Yeah, it's a soggy box. Yeah, I've never seen a sausage wallet in person. Well, thank you very much, Mead, for whatever that was. Let's move on. Basic Bitch has submitted a potential new TikTard. Let's see what her whole deal is here.
I declare in Jesus' name that I am God and I am Jesus now. And I'm Jesus reincarnated into Jerry Lee Lewis.
All right, there's a lot to unpack here. First of all, how can you say in Jesus' name I declare that I am Jesus? That doesn't even make sense. She says she's God, she's Jesus, and then out of total left field, she says she's Jerry Lee Lewis, the Great Balls of Fire guy?
Biden, the WHO, the New World Order, Fauci, Bill Gates, the Clintons, Obama, the King of England, Justin Trudeau, and many others around the world are all in on the COVID scam.
I should point out that this video was recorded not even a month ago. She's a little late to be boarding the COVID scam train now. We've all kind of moved on, but okay. She's a little behind on the news there.
They tried to kill as many people as possible by coming up with the disease in the first place over in China, and then they spread it all over the world to try to kill as many people on the planet as possible.
It's strange. I mean, this woman's obviously crazy. She's saying the exact same stuff that Mead said on his news show just a few days ago.
So they're getting rid of our population. They are depopulating the earth. Of course, they also tried with the Chinese virus, the Chinese flu, inserting that into the world and trying to get people dead with that.
Like, do these two subscribe to the same newsletter or something? Mead, you're on the exact same page as Ms. Jerry Lee Lewis /Jesus/God. Here's another video where I believe she's talking to Elon Musk directly.
Good morning, sweetheart. I'm doing great, Elon. I just wanted to let you know that I did some videos about you again, saying all kinds of great things for the people to listen to. But because of my phone being under attack by the devil and stuff, I'm not able to send them to you.
Well, that just sounds like an excuse. Oh, I recorded some videos about you, but the devil's messing with my phone. That's why I didn't send that over.
I keep erasing TikTok from my phone app.
crazy broad forgets her password. Or TikTok just deletes her account.
I don't know what to do anymore. But I just want you to know, and I know you already know this, how much I love you and all my comments on Twitter and everything. I'm sure you've seen them all. And all my comments about Tesla and everything.
Like a lot of TikTards, her content is a bit repetitive.
I declare in Jesus' name that I am God and I am Jesus now. And I'm Jesus reincarnated into Jerry Lee Lewis.
It's so funny. She's such a boomer. Her 3 most recent videos have no sound whatsoever. Like, she's talking, but we can't hear her. Sometimes you'll hear phone sounds, right, like that. That's the only thing you hear in the entire video is her phone dinging. In another video, you just hear background music. This is what happens when 62-year-olds join TikTok. Regardless, I'm following her, so if she does post something noteworthy, you'll hear it here on DV. Let's move on. I have a bit of a rant here from a girl who is attending an Aveda barber or cosmetology school. So, you know, she's in higher education. She's been studying her history. I don't know if I don't think Aveda has history classes. It's pretty much just about cutting hair, right? Well, that doesn't stop this white bitch from talking about slavery.
Some people are so fucking stupid.
Yes, some people are. Recording your face in a controversial video that might get you kicked out of your cosmetology school.
One was a slave because of their heritage, because they were Irish, because they were white, and others were slaves because they were black, because of their color. It's the same fucking thing.
I've heard this once or twice before where white people were like, yeah, Irish people were slaves too. It's not just black people. Black people think they have a monopoly on the slave thing. They need to get over it. They're not special. As far as I can tell, and it's been a while since I looked this up, but I think like in the 17th and 18th century, like Irish people who wanted to come over to the United States would work for free, basically. I guess that is kind of slavery. They call it indentured servitude, but there was like a time frame where, you know, okay, for 4 years, you're going to work on this plantation or for these people or something. And then you gain your freedom. Unless these were like prisoners in the Irish penal system. The Irish people who signed up for this were willing participants. They were like, I want to come to America, but I have no money. You ship me over there and I'll work off my debt. Now, some of these indentured servants or whatever were treated badly. Some were treated fairly. But again, it was like, I think they said the typical period of time was 4 to 9 years of indentured servitude. And then they were let go, set free to start their life. Whereas slaves, that was kind of like an ongoing thing. Someone owned you. You were property.
It's the same thing.
Not
and there were
quite.
more Irish slaves than there were black. And society has been building it off of the back of slave labor forever. The Egyptians, the Romans, the Mayans, they all had slaves.
What she is saying is, look, slavery works. It's a time-honored, proven tradition, and we shouldn't be so quick to change things. Why fix it if it's not broke? We need to hook up this chick with Mead. I mean, talk about traditional values. I think Mead and this Aveda barber school broad would be quite the power couple. A white power couple. Come on. That was good, right? Give it to me! You gotta give it to me once in a while. All right, let's finish up with this kooky sloot.
Nobody is oppressed to that extent today. Nobody is owed anything today. Do I get money to go to college just because of the color of my skin?
Stop calling Aveda college. You're majoring in hair color.
No, but guess what? Black people do. Is there a WET, Wet Entertainment Channel? No, but there's a fucking BET.
Watch TV Land. Every old-ass television show just features a bunch of white people.
But that would be racist if we did it. Learn your fucking history before you come to me, motherfucker.
She really thinks she has it all figured out.
So their slaveness doesn't matter as much as black slaveness? That seems a little racist.
Oh, mic drop moment. Black people, I eagerly await your rebuttal. I'm guessing it's going to sound something like this. Fucking get out of here with this bullshit. Because that's how I'd respond. All right, let's move on. In West Hollywood, they've got something called block-by-block security ambassadors. Because, you know, it's such a fucking shithole over there in California. These guys are deployed on bicycles along major streets, alleys, city parking lots, and residential neighborhoods. They deal with people who are causing disturbances or loitering. I've got a clip here of a couple block ambassadors as they're dealing with a man trying to enter the West Hollywood Rec Center. The issue is that he's not allowed in the rec center. He is a known problem. As a matter of fact, his photograph is actually posted on the door saying, "Don't let this man in." He tends to go to like Narcotics Anonymous meetings or AA meetings, and he causes disturbances. Do you know how big of a shitbag you have to be to get AA to dox you? Post a photo of you on the entrance to their building? Their whole thing is being anonymous. It's right in the name. Alcoholics Anonymous. No. The world needs to know you're an asshole. Fuck our whole code of ethics or whatever. Honestly, I don't know if it's Narcotics Anonymous, Alcoholics Anonymous, or just the rec center itself that decided this man should not be allowed to enter. Maybe he's like defecating on the floor. Who knows? It's unclear. I do know he is not being allowed in this building, and he's very upset about it.
Right now, the meeting hasn't started yet. Everyone has the meeting hasn't started yet. There wouldn't be a problem if you let me go in it.
Sir, do you see your name in your picture right here? You are banned from this establishment. You are not allowed inside.
Not only is his photograph posted, but also his name is printed.
So you're not paying attention. I go to another meeting. There's going to be problems.
Excuse me, sir. I need you to step back.
Don't touch me, motherfucker.
Excuse me. I need to let this gentleman in.
Get out of their fucking way. Get out of their fucking way, you dumb fuck.
Yeah, another guy wants to get let in. I hope it's not for a Narcotics Anonymous meeting because I saw his face. The whole anonymous thing is just thrown out the window today, right? We're just filming people entering the building. Well, now the real cops are arriving.
Fuck you, bitches!
Our protagonist here giving the cops a warm welcome.
Fuck you, bitches! Shoot me, motherfucker, right now! Want me to pull a gun out and kill you?
The cops aren't even out of their car at this point, and he's just escalating the situation. I don't think I have to point out here that this guy is white. Otherwise, the cops would have already shot him.
Shoot me, motherfucker, right now! Want me to pull a gun out and kill you?
So now he acts like he's got a gun, and he pulls something out of his pocket. It is not a gun.
Want me to pull a gun out and kill you, motherfucker? Get out of the way! Everyone get out of the fucking way!
The cops are keeping their distance from him.
Obviously, I got no gun on me. I got a big dick. You want to come suck it?
Sir, put your hands up in there.
Fuck you! Come take me out!
According to a witness, the sheriffs drew their guns and screamed at everyone to get out of the way. They told the man to put his hands up in the air, and the man was non-compliant. Quote, "The sheriffs know who this guy is. They deal with him all the time. His name is Kenny, and he always pulls stunts like this to get himself arrested so he can get a warm meal and a place to sleep." Deputies made the determination that the man was unarmed, and after de-escalating the situation, they let him go. He didn't even get arrested, so he's not going to get his warm meal? What a total waste of an altercation, right? The police just aren't going to give him the satisfaction. All right, real quick, before we get into the news today, I saw this and I couldn't believe it. I thought it was AI at first. Marjorie Taylor Greene, who is a member of the House of Representatives, I'm sure you're familiar with her bullshit, she has appeared in a new rap video. Yeah, she's one of the rappers' hoes. I never really looked at Marjorie Taylor Greene that way, but get her some long Frito corn chip style nails and a big fat ass, she'd be a great bitch. The rapper, of course, he's white. He's a white rapper named Forgiato Blow. He loves Trump and, by extension, Marjorie Taylor Greene. So this new song, I believe, is called MTG MVP.
The Democrats are a party of pedophiles.
What a way to start a song. This is something I want blaring out of my car speakers. Pedophile talk.
The Democrats are a party of pedophiles.
They support grooming children. Even Joe Biden, the president himself, supports children being sexualized and having transgender surgeries. Sexualizing children is what pedophiles do to children.
MTG, Mega's MVP. MTG, Mega's MVP. MTG, Mega's MAGA's MVP.
So there's lots of repetition, and then the first 20 seconds isn't even music. It's just her talking about pedophiles. The song's only a minute 42 seconds in length.
MTG, MAGA's MVP. Democrats get back. Boom! Reporters even get slapped. They spreading all these rumors because Marjorie be spitting big facts. Deep state and the left always hating. When they gonna let Joe about that basement? Marjorie, I really love what you do. Keep calling rhinos out. No one.
She's sitting in like a throne in a parking lot next to expensive cars. I don't know. It seems like so much effort goes into the hero worship of these people. You don't see rap songs about Biden. Maybe that's because he's not as likable as Donald Trump. Donald Trump's base really loves Donald Trump. Democrats are just like, well, I guess this is all we got. Joe Biden's the best we can do, so let's get behind him. I sure as fuck am not going to be purchasing any music about him, though. I don't need rah-rah cheerleader music for the president or whatever, but people go ape shit for this MAGA stuff. And it kind of reminds me of, Christian music. I'm always wondering, who the fuck actually listens to those old 1960s albums that are mostly spoken, all about, crippled children talking to God. When I come home to heaven, will I still need my crutches, Jesus? Will you make my feet work? Not exactly feel-good music, you know what I mean?
A real businesswoman, AOC's a featherweight. A Southern belle, a little hood, watch her shake and bake.
Ooh, throwing shade at AOC. This is like one of those beef tracks, right?
That's all y'all gotta bring up. Yeah, watch her drain the swamp, cause she know they corrupt. She's fighting for
when are you going to start draining this swamp? Everyone talks about draining the swamp. Donald Trump was supposed to drain the swamp. Mary Tyler Moore Greene, whatever the fuck her name is. Marjorie Taylor Greene is supposed to drain the swamp. Start draining the swamp already.
She's fighting for her freedom. She's fighting for the Jan 6. She's fighting good.
Right, you get the idea. It's just insane to me that she's sitting there. Now she's sitting on the car, right on the trunk. It's like she's a model at a game show. Is this a prize? Is this Plinko? It's totally nuts. It's the thing about Marjorie Taylor Greene. You never actually see her doing congressional things. She's always in the news for a tweet or appearing in a MAGA rap video, or just today she was doing stand-up comedy, ripping Jeff Foxworthy off.
You might be a pedophile if you buy your kids tuck-friendly bathing suits from Target. You might be a pedophile if your son lists you as Pedo Peter in his contact list on his cell phone. You might be a pedophile if you think your student's reading list should include the book Gender Queer.
Okay, no. Your delivery's all fucked up. You got to say it like this. You might be a pedophile if, right? You got to have some sort of cadence. It's got to, got to have a rhythm. You might be a pedophile if...
You might be a pedophile if you have more LGBTQ, pride, and trans flags in your classroom than the American flag. Or why do you even have those flags in your classroom?
Too wordy. Not a good joke.
You might be a pedophile.
Wow. The crowd is going mild.
If you tell your students...
She's speaking at a conservative convention, I guess. And you'd think that they would be a little more excitable and responsive to her comedy.
You might be a pedophile if you tell your students not to tell their parents the special name you gave them.
Marjorie, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about here.
Be a pedophile if your most played song on Spotify is We're Coming for Your Children by the San Francisco Men's Choir.
I think you got to do it with a thicker Southern accent. You might be a pedophile if you got more damn rainbow flags in your classroom than American flags. Am I right? You should add something at the end there, like, am I right? That's something that the crowd could all kind of say with you, right? Because they'll be expecting it. You might be a pedophile if you think your pronouns are more important than being an American. Am I right? And you might be a pedophile if You want to turn our great, big, masculine, phallic Washington Monument into a confused, non-binary monument by giving it a bonus hole. Am I right? All right, Marjorie, now you try it.
You might be a pedophile.
By the way, this bit goes on for almost 4 minutes. All right.
You might be a pedophile if you are a social media company that allows child trafficking on your platform.
Am I right?
Looking at you, Zuck.
All right. Accusing Mark Zuckerberg of being a pedophile. Am I right? All right. And with that, let's get into the crazy, bizarre twist of fucked up news right now. If you enjoy Distorted View Daily, I could sure use your help. Sign up for the Sideshow. Become a true and honorable freak today. And when you do, every week you'll get bonus episodes of DV. Every week I do 2 full-length episodes of DV just for paying freaks. This week will be no different. As a matter of fact, tomorrow's episode of Distorted View Daily is going to be Sideshow exclusive. If you want to hear it, you got to sign up. Memberships are very inexpensive, only $6.99, even less when you opt for a quarterly, semi-annual, yearly, or lifetime membership. Go to superfreaksideshow.com right now, sign up. You get a password-protected RSS feed that you can plug into most podcasting apps to get the exclusive shows. Now, for an even easier way, if you happen to use Apple Podcasts or Spotify, you can sign up for Sideshow access right in those apps. It's super simple, just a few taps. If you're using Apple Podcasts, you can even use Apple Pay. When you sign up, the exclusive episodes of DV will appear right alongside the free episodes in your feed. You don't have to go to any websites or mess around with any RSS feeds. It's all done auto-magically. Technology is power. It certainly is, little Timmy.
Why do I feel funny in my pants area anytime I see Dora the Explorer?
Well, that's because you might be a pedophile. Am I right?
I don't know what those words mean. I'm 3.
You're a pedophile.
I'm still in diapers.
Maybe I'm a pedophile. Am I right? I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm sorry. Superfreaksideshow.com. Okay, enough. Let's get into the news. You guys remember the dress meme from a couple years ago, right? The gold and white dress. Is it white? Is it blue? It was all anyone could talk about on social media for, 24 hours or 48 hours or something. It was a cultural event, though. Everyone had an opinion. The dress was white, by the way, white and gold. I don't care what anyone says. Also, toilet paper rolls go under, not over. It's easier to tear that way. I'm just full of controversial hot takes today. Anyway, why is that dress in the news again? Well, things are going to get distorted viewy here. The groom at the wedding that resulted in the mega viral photo, now referred to as the dress that broke the internet, has been charged with attempting to kill his bride. That's what the whole viral dress thing was missing. Domestic abuse and murder. Yeah, he attempted to kill his bride, whose mother wore the dress, photographed and shared by a guest. Keir Johnston, whose mother-in-law wore the dress to his 2015 wedding, is accused of a campaign of domestic violence against his wife that was so fierce, he's now been charged with her attempted murder. The couple found worldwide fame after a wedding guest posted a how many times in different ways do we have to say this in one goddamn news story? The couple found worldwide fame after a wedding guest posted a photo of the dress on Tumblr and asked what colors people see. According to the Daily Mail, the image of the dress was generating up to 11,000 tweets per minute under the hashtag the dress. It even had its own exhibit at a museum in Germany. The dress sparked an international debate. I like how we're not focusing on the murder here. Like someone almost died, and we're still just talking about the color of the dress. Wasn't that crazy? The dress sparked an international debate, with millions of people weighing in on whether the dress appeared to be black and blue or white and gold. The 38-year-old Johnston appeared in Glasgow High Court this week, accused of perpetrating a nearly 11-year campaign of domestic violence that culminated in the alleged attempt to strangle his wife at knife point. Johnston's charges include, between April 2019 and March 2020, pushing his wife against a wall, shouting at her. I mean, what couple doesn't shout at one another? This is the part of the news story where I defend all the domestic violence. Well, it says push. He pushed his wife against the wall. Didn't shove. Maybe it was more like a nudge. Maybe she was getting too close to a ledge and she was going to fall off. So he pushed her to safety. And there just happened to be a wall there. He shouted at her and throttled her before threatening to kill her. That one's a little harder to defend, I guess. I'll think of something. Hold on. He is also alleged to have attempted to enter a vehicle that his wife was in and striking her through its open window. Johnston also allegedly placed his wife in a headlock and dragged her from a pub after she refused to leave with him. Further charges claim he isolated his wife from her friends and monitored her movement and her finances, controlling the amount of money that she had access to. Ooh, he crazy. Johnston has pleaded not guilty to all charges against him. Maybe he can distract the jury if he just brings that dress into the courtroom. What do you guys see, huh? Black, blue, white, gold. The jury will be mesmerized. They'll just totally forget why they're there. After the entire case, the judge will be like, all right, jury, have you come to a verdict?
We have, Your Honor. We, the jury, find the dress to be black and blue, not white and gold.
No, the attempted murder thing.
Oh my God, shit. We got totally sidetracked. I am so sorry. No, we don't have a verdict.
Ironically, and maybe this is the most DV-worthy thing about this news story, ironically, the dress was once featured in a domestic abuse campaign, worn by a woman whose face was battered black and blue. The tagline read, "Why is it so hard to see black and blue? The only illusion is if you think it was her choice. 1 in 6 women are victims of abuse. Stop abuse against women." So powerful. Second story we have for you today. A man born with 12 fingers, 6 on each hand, evenly distributed. That's kind of cool. I don't know. Can you do anything extra with the hand? I don't know if an extra finger would really help things out at all. 5 is all you really need. As long as you got the thumb, that's an important one. And a couple of long ones, you're good to go. I don't even think you really need 5 fingers on each hand. There is some waste there. You can at least get rid of that pinky. There's just a lot of wasted space, I think, when it comes to humans. We can consolidate and become more, compact and powerful. Why isn't science working on this shit? Science is doing nothing useful right now. And then on top of it, we've got nature fucking around, giving some people 6 fingers on each hand. You're going in the wrong direction, nature. We want less, not more. Come on, it's all about efficiency. Anyway, a man born with 12 fingers has shared his struggles after revealing he was also born with a penis and a vagina. Wow! Talk about burying the lead here. I thought this was all going to be about fingers. We got a cock and pussy now in the mix. Maybe he needs those extra fingers. Kind of makes sense, right? The extra fingers goes around the penis, and then he's got his other hand to penetrate his vagina. He was born with 12 fingers. Yeah, okay, we know that. Evenly distributed with 6 on each hand, as well as possessing both male and female reproductive organs. The 22-year-old, known as Half-Pot, which I think is like a derogatory term. It just sounds like a mean name. Half-Pot, like he's, half man, half woman. Anyway, he was born in the Volta region of Ghana, and he said his father disowned him. Now he's spoken out about his experiences, shedding light on the immense challenges and isolation he's faced throughout his journey. He also said he wants to start a relationship, but is too shy. Well, I feel like the cat's out of the bag here. You're talking to reporters. There's going to be stories published about you in the news. Word's getting out about your 12 fingers and your half-pot pussy. Talking to a YouTuber, the young man revealed his father turned his back on him, so he had to live with his grandparents. He said, "When I was young, some white people came for me." Don't they always? Did they, run a circus or something? What was their angle there? They wanted you for some reason. When I was young, some white people came for me, and they wanted to take me away, so my father has to sign before they can do that, but because he doesn't want to associate with me, he didn't come. So my grandparents said I should remain as I am. He explained that as he grew older, he gradually discovered that this is the weirdest part of the news story, by the way. I read this 12 times and I'm like, what? Are you mentally deficient? Were you born with 12 fingers and half a brain? He explained that as he grew older, he gradually discovered that his feet had 5 toes, contrary to his mother's initial claim that, like with his fingers, he had extra toes. for the life of me, I don't know how you come to that realization gradually. It's something where you look at your feet, you can clearly see how many toes you have. It's not something you work out over months or years. And how could the mom be wrong about that? Was she just trying to make this kid feel better? Like, no, you've got as many toes as you do fingers. Everything matches. You're not a complete freak. But let's get talking about that pussy of his, though. I have two things together, the vagina and the penis. Oh, they're together. The vagina is flat there, and the penis is on top. I urinate through the penis, but for the vagina, it's there, but there's no hole in it. So it's an utterly useless cunt, like my mother. I'm sorry, my mom is not a useless cunt. I just had to come up with a type of woman, I guess, real quickly. Said my mom. My mom is a very useful cunt, and I'm assuming she has a deep pussy hole. How is that for a compliment? All right, with my current makeup, I feel bad going into a relationship because maybe they might run away from me when they see how I am. Initially, I didn't want to do that because I felt I will become somebody after school. Right now that I want to go into a relationship, I'm feeling shy to go to talk to them. He also spoke about discrimination and rejection during job searches. Why are you talking about your pussy? Employees were hesitant to hire him due to his physical appearance. Oh, the finger thing. And it's not something where you could just wear gloves because, again, you're going to need the 6 fingers there. He said, I am old and I need to work, but employers see how I look and they don't want to help me. See, now, I would think he might be better on the keyboard, like in a computer situation. Data entry. It's got those extra fingers there. I'm pleading with those that are watching to assist me in any way possible to help me overcome this feeling of being entirely different. Poor guy. From a man with a penis and a pussy to a man with just one really big penis. A German man has died after a botched penis enlargement surgery that has resulted in criminal charges against the unlicensed practitioner. The German newspaper Bild reported last week that a man identified as a 32-year-old Martin M. died from blood poisoning and organ failure after Torben K., age 46, injected his penis with silicone in an effort to enlarge it.
I've injected my knee with my feces, 120 cc's under my kneecap.
Yeah, that's nothing like what we're talking about here, sir. A totally different situation.
Just liquefy it and pump it in.
All right, stop talking about your liquid shit injections. Every time the topic comes up on the show, you got to hear from him. Anyway, Torben K. reportedly admitted to injecting Martin M. after the two met on a gay dating website. This is what gay guys are up to on Grindr. I was doing it wrong all along. He acknowledged that he injected him at my own risk. Bild reported that Torben K. is not a licensed medical practitioner and injected the other man after he expressed a desire to have a, quote, really large penis.
Got a really nice cock. The kind that will make love rock. It's thick, it's long, it's well hung. It's a really nice one.
Thank you, Tonetta. Yes, well, he wanted a really nice one, a really big penis. I guess at the time it wasn't that impressive. Don't have a song for that one? All right, that's a shame. Torben K. reportedly claimed that...
Big heart.
I should have known.
Trash, but your love is art. Although your cock is small, I know your heart is huge. I love your body, but I refuse to ignite the fuse.
It's kind of a nice song, actually. Torben K. reportedly claimed that Martin M. was jealous of his penis and large testicles after the two met. The defendant has admitted to injecting several people for a price of €200. Quote, we have discussed internally and decided not to comment on the case at this time while the proceedings are ongoing. We ask for your understanding, said a spokesperson for the medical clinic where Martin M. died. Torben K. is now facing charges of committing dangerous bodily harm resulting in death and violation of the Alternative Medical Practitioners Act. The Guardian reported in 2014 that Germany was the world's capital for penis enlargement surgeries, with 1 in 5 surgeries taking place in the country. That's cool, but how many are unlicensed and how many people die after getting their cock enlarged? I think those are some important stats too. Any last penis-related songs for me, Tonetta, before we get into the voicemails? Of course you have some. Oh, this is one of my favorites.
I'm inviting cocks all around the globe to come and never go, always in and never out. Shout it loud, shout it loud.
That, my friends, is your Distorted News for Monday. Let's do a couple voicemails and get the hell out of here. Many ways to contact the show. show@distortedview.com. That's my email address. I'm all over social media. At Distorted View on Twitter and Instagram and Threads and TikTok. The reason why I'm bringing up all of those social media sites is because I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm starting to post additional news stories, news segments on those apps. So rather than just listening to clips from the show, you can hear new stuff that you've never heard before because I'm recording it just for social media. These are extra, bonus news stories that I didn't get around to or I didn't use on the show, but they're still really good. I try to make them funny, and it's short. It's only like a minute or two. Sometimes it's just audio. Sometimes I animate them using my that little cartoon character in the news set that I have. It's just, more Distorted View content, more things for you to share with your followers. Engagement is very important. I understand social media is a thing I should be utilizing. I'm just hearing about it now. I have no idea what it is. Is it like instant messenger? Is this America Online? I don't know. Just make sure you're following me on social media and liking and retweeting and commenting on everything I post. I'm going to really require a large commitment from you guys. Basically, every waking hour of your life has to be devoted to me and the show, and I appreciate that. Thank you. Let's check in with a few freaks here. I believe we've got some patrons calling in. These are people who pledge at least $5 over there at patreon.com/distortedview, helping the show out.
Hey, it's Chaz the Tandem Stacker. Just thought you'd like to know, I have eaten at Burger King in Thailand, and I've eaten at Burger King in the U.S. The U.S. is definitely better. Thailand Burger King is awful.
That's kind of interesting because I am on social media now, since I heard about it a few days ago. I have seen a bunch of videos where people go to McDonald's in Japan or France or something, and they show off all of the interesting food that is available there, but not here in the United States. I saw one chick go to, I think it was McDonald's in Italy, and they had these delicious looking deep fried balls of cheese and pizza sauce or something. I don't know. It looked awesome. And then I also saw Japan has a bunch of crazy stuff at McDonald's in Japan. Looked delicious.
This new cheeseburger with the 20 cents of the cheese is probably a lot better than the meat version. I'm telling you.
So if you are in Thailand, the best route to go is to get the cheese sandwich.
Anyway, be well and keep up the great work. I've been talking about your show to everybody.
Good.
That shows in the bottom line.
A bunch of people have been contacting me. I don't know if this is a big thing in the UK, but there's some sort of British podcasting awards. I keep getting notification that people are nominating me for or nominating the show for the listener submitted People's Choice thing. I don't really know. I haven't looked into it. Just got notification, but I'll provide a link on the show notes if anyone wants to take a second and vote for DV. That would be great. I think the last time Distorted View was nominated for any type of podcast award was 2016, and we lost miserably. So let's not have that happen again. Just everyone go vote. I don't think you have to live in the UK to vote for these awards. So everyone, let's start a campaign.
I'm just kind of curious where the dating different girls were able to, women, whatever, were able to meet, because I'm fucking weird as shit. And I can't seem to find anybody that can get beyond how fucking weird I am. So,
well, how weird are you? Tell me the weird things about you.
Those two weirdos can find somebody or, like, you know, find each other.
Oh, you're talking about that show I featured on the podcast not too long ago. They went on a date to a sewage plant.
Or, like, you know, find each other. Then there's hope for me. However, where are they meeting? Because I need to go to that place.
Well, they utilized a matchmaker, I believe.
So I can start meeting fucking weirdos just like me. If anybody has any suggestions, let me know.
Well,
okay, bye.
What you're going to get is a bunch of horny guys saying, I'll date you. So be prepared for that.
Hello, Tim. Hello, freaks. Unicorn Hamster checking in, Tim.
Hey, Unicorn.
So, I'm snacking on a snack that I think you will like. It's Reese's dipped pretzels.
I like pretzels. I like dipped things.
Like pretzels, dipped, peanut butter and chocolate.
Okay. Well,
it's pretty yummy.
You couldn't have put the fucking pretzel down for 2 seconds while you left this voicemail? You have to be chewing while talking?
Ever try?
I've had I've had some sort of chocolate pretzel concoction. It may have been one of those flips, the chocolate and peanut butter. I don't know. It sounds good. It all sounds good. How could you not like that, right? Chocolate, peanut butter, pretzel. It's golden. You know me. I'm a sucker for peanut butter. I go through, Costco sells Jif peanut butter, and I think they're like 5-gallon jars. They come in a 2-pack. It's pretty inexpensive considering how big the jars are, and you get 2. I think it's like $10 or something, $9. Peanut butter is expensive, right? But anyway, I can't get those. I go to Costco. I get those things within 2 weeks. I've completely eaten both of the jars of peanut butter. I don't even make sandwiches. I just take a spoon and I eat the shit. Love that stuff. I think next time, even though I said I'm not going to get the peanut butter, I think next time I'm going to switch it up. And get chunky peanut butter. Normally go the smooth route. Timmy Boo wants to live large, though. All right, so those are my plans. That's what's on the table for me in the coming days and weeks. That is all the time we have on this edition of the program. I want you guys to email me, show@distortedview.com. Distortedview.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you, 206-666-4463. That's 206-66. Oh, God, is it? Oh, God.
The renaming of a woman's personal area as a bonus hole.
Am I right? Spread the distortion, STD. Tell all your friends about the show. Don't forget to give us a 5-star rating, a thumbs up, or like. It's the simplest, easiest, free way to help the show out. Go to Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Give us a 5-star rating. If you're feeling extra generous, type out a few words, a little review or something. It really does help the program out. If you're Sideshow Freaks, I will see you back tomorrow for the Tuesday Grum. Otherwise, I'll see you back on Wednesday. Until then, have a great day. Bye, everybody! Promotional consideration provided by
Playtex tampons. It's the only tampon that comes with deodorant or without, and it's great protection. Playtex tampons.
I feel it in my fucking cunt.
You'll want to feel it in your cunt, too.
This has been another excellent podcast from the Scribe Media Group. Learn more at scribe.net.